Hello, welcome to Vlogstar for this month, and it's all about vlogging. We are linking up with Amy from You Baby Me Mommy and Amy from Mr. and Mrs. T+3. And so here's a list of questions that they have set us for this month about our blogging, our blogs, and our blogging journey that we're going on. So the first question is, where do you blog? I blog at the moment, it's a new location. I mostly sit at my computer in my dining area. Until recently, I used to sit in the living room. I have this table. It used to be like, it's kind of a dining table in some ways. It's like a square table and it has these extendable leaves, which is going to be great for future photographing because I can pull the leaves out and have a bigger workspace. But at the moment, it is sitting in the corner of this dining area right next to some French doors. Previously, I did it in the living room where I was constantly TV here, toys, children running up and down the stairs. It was pretty chaotic. So I decided that I want to create kind of an office space. So I'm currently sitting in the dining area next to the French doors. I have bookcase and storage unit, and I have everything together. So hopefully that will be my new place to the work. Where do you find your inspiration for your blogs and blog posts? Really daily life. I do look at I do look through like magazines online. I read a lot of other bloggers. Not that I copy them, but I look at what kind of things are they talking about. What, you know, where I would never say you copy another blogger's idea, but you get inspiration by other bloggers. What are they coming across? Where are they going? What are they doing? How are they? So I do look at that. Going into town, look through the shops. So yes, it's really just all around you. There's sometimes sometimes I want to write something that I see on TV. So it just depends on what it is. How long does it take you to write a blog post? It depends on what it is. If sometimes the longest process of a blog post is editing the photos, is deciding which photos to use, then running them through. I use PicMonkey at the moment. I pay for it, the yearly annual. So I use that online, which is great. It works really well. And I haven't invested in really, I use I have previously used like the free version of Adobe to do work and kind of tweak my logos and stuff, but most of the time I use PicMonkey, and they now have the ability to save up into the hub. So I've recently been using that a lot to, it's not perfect all the time, sometimes it doesn't work properly, but it is an option, so that's nice. What camera do you use? I use my phone. I use my phone for a lot of Instagram photos when we're out and about. But I mostly use these days is my Canon G7X, which I'm currently filming on. I used to have a bridge camera. I think it was a Canon, and we called it our zoo camera because there's a fabulous lens on it. I used to, when I first started blogging, I used that a lot, and I did do video on it, but it didn't have the flip screen that the Canon G7X has. So I found it difficult because I couldn't, it's like lining up the shot and making sure that you can't see this and that. It was just too difficult. But there are still, if you look at my YouTube channel, there are videos I filmed on it. But I really liked it, and I do use this Canon G7X to take photos with at the moment. It works well with lighting. In the future, I'd probably like to invest in a different, probably a bridge or a DSLR camera, but that's down the road. So do like it. The only tip I do have about this camera is do get a second battery, because the batteries aren't long. You'll find that you're quickly drain the battery when you're doing a lot of videoing, so always have a second battery. I just did it. I just swapped them out because I have one on charging and this one's in the camera, because I do run out of batteries a lot on this. So do you plan your blog posts? I do try. At the moment, I'm not a daily blogger. I can't get them daily. So I have decided, I've set some goals of when I want to publish on my blog. I run two blogs. I run LadyBugHome.com and Christmas Magic Today. LadyBug Home gets regular updates. Christmas Magic needs a big kick in the bottom when it comes to getting some blog posts on there. So I wish I could say I plan them. I don't. It depends on, there's a few monthly every month, sibling, me and my projects, some photo projects that obviously have a set date. But everything else is I'm kind of trying to plan in when it seems appropriate until I get them done. Do you use a notebook to track your ideas? I do. I also I use my phone a lot. I have Google Docs on my phone, and so I use that a lot to do for note taking, because I tend to be not near my sometimes it's hard to bring out my planner or run to my computer and write something down. So I use my phone a lot since it's literally most of the time within reaching distance of me, especially like when I'm giving my little baby boy, toddler boy, like some cuddles, and he's falling asleep on my lap. It's a lot easier to just have my phone and go, oh, that's a great idea, I'll write that down. So I use my phone a lot to do to track ideas. How do you take photos with the camera? I do try some different angles. I do probably need to get a little bit more adventurous with it, but I think it's just learning. It's a learning process. I think your photo taking evolves over time. I do look at how other bloggers, there's some great blogging tips out there. I see how people set up a shot, how they set up like flat lays, or so I do try to pay attention to those kind of things. And there's some great courses out there. I think when I finish some of my other courses I'm working on, online courses, then I'll move on to that. What's your favorite? What are your favorite blog posts to write? I do enjoy documenting my children's lives, but actually my favorite ones are like more my crafting, more my home crafting. I think those are the ones that I think in the future I'm going to enjoy more. I'd like to share some recipes. I haven't done that yet. And it's always, I think because it's a new thing, it probably won't be as enjoyable because I'm trying to figure out how to film it or photograph it right. But I do really kind of like I did this is one of a project I did for for a brand collaboration, the spray paint, using this wonderful spray paint from Pitney Plus. And I loved doing the project, then I loved photographing it. So I really enjoyed that collaboration, ambassador program I did with them. Who knows about your blog? Well, my family does, and my friends do. My close friends do. I like to I don't know if they really read it. I know my mother does. My mother is like the only person that I know who does it religiously. Everyone else, and it's strange because I kind of I don't mind strangers reading my blog, but it's like knowing that someone on a school run or a friend of a friend has read it. I think it's kind of strange at times, and I'm really sensitive about privacy of my children and my friends' children, so I don't take photos of them. I try not to document them in the photos, so I try to be really careful about that. So yeah, but my mother's the one that definitely reads my blog the most. Are you an organized blogger or a messy blogger? I'd like to say I would like to be an organized blogger. At the moment our house is a little bit too decluttered for me to be able to blog properly. I have to move things around, so I think I have to say I'm a messy blogger, because it does tend to, we're still revolving around trying to get the house picked up enough so that I can just go and shoot. So like to film this video I had to like clear all this stuff out and clear out behind me, and it takes time, and I like to get to the point where I can photograph and not worry about the background all the time, but we'll get there someday. And last question is thanks for hanging in here. Last question is your biggest blogging pet peeve, and that is probably just to do with other bloggers feeling like we're competing against each other, because we really aren't. I always think we're on this blogging journey, and there'll always be a little bit of, you can feel sometimes like you're kind of be envious that someone got to go to this event, or they're getting to do this work with this brand, or they've done this campaign, and it's okay. I mean, it's okay, because that's okay, but it's when you take it, when you let it affect how you feel about blogging. You can't get discouraged, or everyone's on their own journey. I mean, I've been blogging for about 18 months now, and there's bloggers who've been blogging 5, 6 years, 10 years, and they're doing these fabulous brand collaborations, and I go, oh, I really wish I was part of that. And it's like, but I'm still going on my journey, and all I have to say to people is just keep blogging, keep writing, keep doing the things you love, keep producing quality work, you know, and that will come, you know. a couple years down the road, I'm sure there'll be people who will go, oh, I really wish I had, like, Christina got to go to that event, and I wish I was at the event. And so, but what I don't like, pet peeve, is like when people start being kind of, they start being nasty to someone, or they start to, oh, well, but can't you give me an invite, or can't you give me the name of the PR, or, you know, when that is difficult. And I know people just want to, like, you get a little bit envious and you want to do, but I think it's the nasty side, like feeling like we're competing and we're not, because honestly there's tons of opportunities out there. We're all on our own journey, so you really can't be mean to someone else and you have to be, you know, you have to be happy that they get these great things, and hopefully down the road you'll get some great opportunities like that. So if you stay positive and friendly, and so I hope you enjoyed that. It did ramble on a little bit, but thank you so much for joining us today. Look forward to seeing the topics for next month. I haven't looked at it yet, but I need to go check that out. But it is monthly. Abby and Amy do post a topic monthly. So look forward to, if you are, I look forward to reading, if you link up to, I look forward to watching your vlogs. And thank you so much. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.